Hello everyone, myself Professor Rakesh Patil from the Department of Civil Engineering, KLS VDIT Haldyar. I welcome you to the lecture series on Engineering Geology. The subject code is 18CV36, third semester, module number 2 and lecture number 16. Before going to today's class, I would just like to brush up the things which we have discussed in the previous classes. In previous classes, we have discussed sedimentary rocks, how the sedimentary rocks formation will be there, and what is the metamorphic rock, and how does this metamorphic rocks occur. In today's class, we are going to discuss about deformation of rocks, that is unconformity. Remember, in deformation of rock, there are four structures are there, namely fold, fault, joint, and unconformity. I have made a separate video on each of the structures, that is folds different, faults different, and joints different. And today I am going to discuss about the unconformity. Before going to the unconformity, I would just like to brush up the things. What is the deformation? Deformation is nothing but a change in a size or a volume of the rocks due to stress and strain. So what happens when you apply the pressure on the rock masses, it will change its shape and sizes. So stress means what? It's nothing but the force per unit area. It is the internal resistance offered by the rocks due to internal or external applied force is called as stress. There are two types of stresses are there, uniform stress and differential stress. Stresses where the force acts equally in the all direction is called as uniform stress. Differential stress is called as if the stress is not equal from all the sides, then it is referred as differential stress. There are three types of differential stresses are available. First one is compressional stress, tensional stress, and shear stress. First one is compressional stress. In compressional stress, what happens? The rock masses is like pushing to each other. This stress is which squeezes the rock surface. Whereas in tensional, pulling the rock masses. This is the stress which stretches the rock surface. Shear stress. This is the stress which results in the slippage of the rocks. Whereas strain means it is defined as a change in the dimension of the rock due to force or a pressure. It is called deformation of the rocks. Strain can be developed in rocks by three types: brittle, ductile, and fracture. So in this class, we will know these are the contents which we are going to discuss in today's class. In today's class, it is completely unconformity class, where we will cover this much of the contents: introduction, rocks involved in unconformities, types of unconformity, recognition of unconformity, significations of the unconformity, and conclusions. Firstly, we'll see what is the unconformity. An unconformity is defined as a surface of erosion or non-depositional occurs within the sequence of a rock stratification. It indicates a gap or an interval of a time in the geological history of the area during which the normal process of a deposition was disturbed or interrupted. It is one of the most common geological features found in a rock or a succession. Succession means it's nothing but stratification. It is different than all other geological structures, which is the fold, joint, and fault. Unconformities are resultant due to tectonical activity in the form of uplift or subsidence of a land. It is referred to a period of a non-depositional. Unconformity is the gap in the rock layer. Gaps in the rock layer from when layers of a rocks are removed by erosion, forms when a period of a time passes without any new deposition to produce new layers of a rocks. So you can see in this diagrams how unconformities look like. You can see here below layers are different one, then there will be a time gap will be there. Above that, the rock deposition will, new rock depositions will be there. So we differentiate this, it is from the older layer and new layer, younger layer and older layer. Between older and younger, there is the line will be there. That line is called as unconformity line. First one is sedimentary rock are both above and below the unconformity. Second one, this one, volcanic rocks above, sedimentary rocks are below. And here, volcanic rocks are above and below. Here, sedimentary rocks are above, plutonic rocks are below. Volcanic rocks are above and plutonic rocks are below. Here, in last, sedimentary rocks are above, volcanic rocks are below. So, this kind of successions are called as unconformities. So, types of unconformities. There are three types of major unconformities are there, which is referred to study in the civil engineering. First one is angular unconformity, and second one is parallel unconformity. Third one is non-conformity. First one is angular unconformity. It is the type of unconformity characterized by a series of beds. Lower beds are older and inclined or folded. The upper series represent the younger beds, which are horizontal. Here you can see the lower beds are inclined or folded. Above that, there is a parallel rock depositions will be there. And angular unconformity forms when the rock deposition is horizontal layer is folded or tilted and then eroded. When erosion stops, a new horizontal layer is deposited on the top of tilted layer. When the bedding planes of the older rock layers are not parallel to those of the younger rocks layers deposited above them, and angular unconformities results. Next one is discontinuity or non-conformity. It is the type of unconformity characterized by presence of a plutonic igneous rock as older one and sedimentary strata as a younger one. You can see here. These are the older one and these are the younger one. Layers of sediment are uplifted without folding or tilting, and they are eroded. Eventually, the area subsides and deposits resumes. The layer on either side of the boundary are nearly horizontal all through the rock layers as look as if they were deposited continuously. A large time gap exists where the upper and lower meets. This gap is known as discontinuity. And local unconformity, it is also called as parallel unconformity, where above rock layers and below rock layers are almost parallel to each other, but the time gap will be there. It is a type of unconformity in which beds are lying below or above, older or younger, are almost parallel. There is no tilting or folding of the lower strata are indicated. Local unconformity is similar to disconformity, but as the name implies, it is distinctly local in the extent the time involved in short. The deposition of continental sediments such as gravel, sands, and clay, the stream may wanders back and forth across the basin of a deposition. This is non-conformity is almost similar to the non-conformities. Here in that, non-conformities must be distinguished from the intrusive igneous contact. The rocks above non-conformity may contain fragments of of the older rocks, igneous rocks, either as readily recognized pebbles and boulders or a small fragments recognized by only under the microscope. Blended unconformity, this is also a type of unconformity, as a surface erosion may be covered by thick residual soil that grates into the underlying beds rocks. Younger sediments deposits above this erosion surface may incorporate some of the residual soil, and sharp content may be lacking. Such contact is called as blended unconformity. Paraconformity is a type of unconformity gap in the geological system in which there is no evidence of the gap in time, because the planes above and below the gap are parallel and there is no evidence of erosion. Paraconformity challenges the geological time scale. The lack of evidence of the time surface of the underlying layer of paraconformity, especially the lack of erosion, suggests that the long ages never occurred. Buttress unconformity is when younger beddings is deposited against the older strata, thus influencing its bending structures. You can see here. This line is called as unconformity. So how to recognize these unconformities? Unconformity may be recognized in a single outcrop a single outcrop is most satisfactory if the conformity is the angular one. The lack of parallelism of beds on opposite sides of the contact will be readily apparent. This may be observed in vertical sections. Under favorable condition, discontinuity may be readily recognized in outcrop, road cuts, and quarries. The most important criteria for recognizing unconformity in the field are usually sedimentary, but unconformities can also recognize some gap in the paleontological record. Recognition of unconformity can be presence of conglomerate beds at the interference. It is soil fossil of a widely different ages which mark the variation of attitudes. So these are the significance of unconformities. Unconformity, angular unconformity, is the name suggests that is unconformity between the layers that are not parallel but instead are at the angle. The upper horizontal layers were deposited top the erosion surface, so we can step back in time by removing them. Discontinuities is the ancient surface of erosion between layers that are parallel. The upper layers were deposited top of the erosion surface, so we can step back in the time by removing them. Prior to the erosion, there may have been layers of sediments that were eroded and of which no trace remains. A non-conformity is the ancient surface erosion between the overlying sedimentary rock layers and underlying unlayered igneous or metamorphic rocks. The layers were deposited at top of the erosion surface, so we can step back in the time by removing them. Prior to the erosion, there has to be rock into which magma was intruded or beneath which rocks metamorphosed. Erosion of all that rocks would require much time. So conclusion: unconformities are erosional or non-depositional breaks in the sequence of rocks. Unconformities are structural features and they play an important role in investigating the of a deformed rocks and represent break in stratification sequence. Rocks of various origin may participate in unconformities like sedimentary rock, volcanic volcanic igneous rock, plutonic rocks, or sedimentary metamorphic rocks may be involved. Formation of an unconformity may be attributed to three main processes like erosion, deposition, and tectonic activities. So that's all from today's class. In today's class, we have discussed the unconformities. Like we have discussed earlier, fold, fault, joint, unconformity. I have made all four different videos. So kindly go through it and gain the knowledge. In next class, we will see what is the landslides and all the things. Thank you very much.